Let's start with the death of sub4sub as well as the death of giveaways. This last week, YouTube updated their fake engagement policy, and they said in this update that content that links to or promotes third-party services that artificially inflate views, likes, subscribers, or other metrics is not allowed on YouTube. We consider engagement to be legitimate when a human user's primary intent is to interact with the content free of coercion or deception. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. I know you're all thinking, what does that actually mean? Well, in the same update, they did provide some examples of what not to post on YouTube to avoid violating this policy. And that would be, don't post content linking to or promoting third-party view count or subscriber gaming websites or services. Don't offer to subscribe to another creator's channel, only if they subscribe to your channel. And lastly, don't post content featuring a user purchasing their views from a third party with the intent of promoting this service. And this applies to videos, descriptions, comments, live streams, and any other YouTube product. So you are not able to promote this type of behavior. You're not able to say, sub4sub, sub to me for another sub. You can't do that anywhere. In a video, in a comment section, in a description, nowhere. This is amazing news. I love this because I absolutely cannot stand when people leave comments, hey, sub4sub, guys. Hey, help me grow. Sub4sub, I'll sub for you. Shut up. Grow your audience legitimately, okay? They also went on to provide some actual examples of what not to do. They say you can't do a video showing a user purchasing artificial page traffic. You can't post a video that links to an artificial page traffic provider. You can't have a video that tricks people into watching another video, aka a misleadingly labeled info card. And you can't have a channel dedicated to providing artificial channel engagement traffic or promoting businesses that exist for this sole purpose. And I also want to point out that Epos Vox, who is another YouTube creator, verified that Gleam contests are also not allowed. Those are contests that give you entries for subscribing to somebody or sharing a video for somebody. That is not allowed. You can't do that. You can't do sub4sub. You can't buy page views or anything. And what happens if you end up breaking these rules? If it's your first time breaking any of the rules, then you just get the warning, which I discussed last week. But if you've already used up that warning strike on your channel, you will get a strike. So if you break this multiple times within a month, or 90 days rather, your channel could risk being deleted. So you do need to follow these rules very carefully. But now, why are they doing this? Of course, I am just going to be speculating here because I don't have a comment from YouTube directly, but it seems pretty clear. It's the same reason why they do everything that they do on the platform, to please the advertisers. Ads that are displayed on videos with fake views cost these companies that are paying YouTube a lot of money, but they're getting absolutely no benefit out of it because that ad is not getting in front of somebody's eyes. It is getting seen by an algorithm, by a computer program. And I don't know if you're aware of this, but computer programs don't typically go out and buy stuff based on advertisements that they've seen. At least not yet. The end is not that nigh. The end may be nigh, but robots aren't buying stuff yet and making decisions on their own. People also likely abused this type of tool, the buying of subs and the buying of views, to game the partner program requirements where they could get 1,000 subs and 4,000 watch hours on their channel very easily for a relatively low amount of money. It would be very easy to do that, and that would allow them to abuse YouTube or make YouTube out to be a very bad company. We're going to jump into the conspiracy corner here because this could be used. All right, guys. Dusty in here again. It's been so long. Let me explain why we're in the conspiracy corner. Once somebody starts their YouTube channel, they can upload random, very innocent content while they buy 1,000 subs and 4,000 watch hours, and while they go through the approval process to get into the YouTube Partner Program. Once they're approved, that's where it gets potentially dangerous because now they can upload shady content and monetize said content with the hopes that it doesn't get flagged immediately. And then they could constantly refresh the video looking for an ad to pop up on their channel. And then they can make an outrage video saying, "Oh my God, can you see this type of content? I cannot believe that YouTube is advertising on this horrifyingly terrible content that is just so incredibly bad. What is YouTube doing? Let's go ahead and target advertisers and say, I can't believe that you are paying YouTube to put your ads on this type of content." See, this is why we're in the conspiracy corner. This could have 100% worked in the past. But now that they are limiting the fake or improving the fake engagement policy, it seems like this will no longer be possible. I don't know if it ever did happen, but it absolutely could have happened, and it could have led to a lot of backlash on YouTube. What if a lot of this advertiser outrage was done by advertisers? I hadn't thought about that until just now. These advertisers create these channels, upload shady content, buy the subs, buy the views, and then they create these other YouTube accounts or Twitter accounts and start texting themselves saying, "Can you believe this type of content has your ads on it?" Making YouTube think, "Oh my God, people are really outraged about this," but it's really the companies doing it. This is crazy. It's really the companies doing it just to gain an upper hand in ad price negotiations. What if? Oh God, this conspiracy corner got real. Let's get out of here. I'm gonna have a hit put out on me. I'm onto them. Okay. We're out of the conspiracy corner. So what should you as a creator do now? If you have been relying on or using purchased subs and purchased views, stop right now. That is doing no benefit for you. It is not good for your channel. It will kill your channel so quickly. And if you have done this, it may have harmed the distribution of your videos in the past because your videos are getting shown to people through the algorithm. But it's not really people, it's computers, and they are not going to click on your video unless you pay them. So it will harm the distribution of your video. So just because this fake engagement policy was updated, that's not the only reason you shouldn't do it. You shouldn't do it because it's terrible, but it also hurts the distribution and the viewership of your actual content. Real people will not be getting shown this. So please do not do this. But I have heard some people say that this is the only way that they've been able to get traction in the algorithm. Maybe I am biased here, but I don't think that's true. I think it is 100% possible to gain traction in the algorithm by making good content. Let me explain what you should be focusing on rather than saving up money to buy this fake engagement. You need to be very intentional with the content that you're creating for YouTube because it is so competitive. And you need to get into favor with the algorithm. So you need to be very intentional about the topics that you're covering, the thumbnails, the titles, the tags, and the timing. The timing is the one that I think is personally most important. The other stuff is also important, but timing is everything. I think the reason that podcastage has been as successful as it has been is because I started making those videos when it wasn't very popular. There weren't many people doing it. So I was one of the first to the market to focus on developing a standardized type of review. So if you can be the first to the market with some kind of new content, some kind of coverage, that will help you so much. You also need to have the good topics, the good thumbnails, the good titles, and the good tags. But timing, I think, is probably the most beneficial thing that you could do as a creator. All of these things will help you get into the good graces of the search algorithm. And as your audience grows, the algorithm will then say, you know what? People are liking this. Let's go ahead and share this with more new people and see if more new people are willing to click on it. Organic growth may be a lot slower, but it is significantly more sustainable. Well, it's actually sustainable. Buying subs and buying views is not sustainable. That's why I don't use Facebook really. Because if you post something to Facebook, they're not going to show the people who said, I like this channel. Let me go ahead and subscribe or follow it or like it. You have to pay to reach your audience who said, I want to view the content by this person, which is stupid. It's not sustainable. So that's why I don't use Facebook.